back to the taxpayers and the people around in that community or that data center. Is there any way that you guys can do that to protect that community?
Well, let's be clear. Florida is a regulated utility state. So your electric bill cannot go up unless the Public Service Commission says it's going to go up. The utilities do not set rates. That's the Public Service Commission that does that. That's been Florida law for decades now. It's one of the reasons why you really haven't seen what's happened in other states where electricity bills go up 30-40% because we are a regulated utility state. That's number one. Number two, we have about 5 gigawatts of excess power on the grid. This is not the power that people are relying on to cool their homes or to heat their pools or anything like that. This is excess power. That's, I think, what some of these developers are looking for. So when you're talking about future utility needs, we do need a long-term power generation plan. We're going to lead that in my time as governor. So we know how to add electricity to the grid. This is one of the reasons I'm a big believer in small modular nuclear reactors, because you can actually, in real time, scale excess baseload power on your grid to make sure you don't have a supply and demand issue, which causes rates to go up. Florida also needs another natural gas pipeline. 80% of our electric generation in our state is with natural gas. We need another natural gas pipeline in our state. We want to be able to get that done as well. So we're going to have the strategies to make sure we keep utility bills low. And I will also add, on Capitol Hill, Ashley and I fought against this. What has led to electricity bills increasing in our state and in our country are these solar farms brought to us by radical Democrat policy and the Democrat socialists. They wanted that junk science and solar and wind to power America, and it doesn't work. What works is natural gas. What works is nuclear power. That's what Florida is going to be relying on going forward. We're going to lead that effort.
And bottom line, any community that has a data center that wants to come, they should be absolutely prohibited from passing on any cost to any community members. That's just wrong, and the Congressman and I will never let that happen. All right.
That joint campaign event, speaking about the midterm elections and some of the concerns that voters in Florida are bringing to the table at this time. All right, we did want to bring it to you here on Live Now from Fox. In the meantime, I want to take you back out to this live vantage point that we have there in Southern California. This is coming to us from the Miramar area, where we are getting an update now on an aircraft mishap that's happening in San Diego. Right now, we do have the latest information from Fox 5 there in San Diego saying this. An F-35B jet crash on Marine Corps Air Station Miramar has now caused the pilot to eject from the aircraft. And we've seen heavy fire and smoke this morning. And so this was just spotted after 10 a.m. local time there, but you can see that these first responders are still continuing to arrive there to this location in Miramar in San Diego. And so Marine officials confirmed this morning that emergency personnel were responding to an F-35B, quote, Class A mishap that happened on a flight line. The military defines a Class A mishap as a severe accident that either results in death, permanent disability, aircraft loss, or equipment damage of $2.5 million or more. Officials say that the aircraft was assigned to the 3rd Marine Air Wing, Marine Air Group 11, and that the pilot was ejected and recovered. The F-35B, though, is a powerful jet with a short takeoff and vertical landing capabilities. It's equipped with advanced sensors and can take off from amphibious ships, expeditionary airfields, and areas with very limited airspace. And so as you see there on your screen, we do have this camera that is pointed there as those first responders and firefighters are continuing to pour water on this area and hacking to make sure that all of the smoke and flames are put away at this time. But the stealth jet is operated exclusively by the U.S. Marine Corps and is produced by government contractors with Lockheed Martin. And the average cost for an F-35B is $109 million, according to the F-35 website. The fire, though, is in an area of the base that is east of the runways near the intersection of Kearneyville Road and Johnson Road. Footage from the helicopter that was above this crash at the time was showing heavy smoke and what appeared to be a burned aircraft near the base. We've since gotten updated images showing closer views of that burned aircraft and the area that those first responders are now at. Officials, though, have since said that they are investigating this incident. This crash, though, comes nearly 18 months after an EA-18G Growler jet from Navy Air Station did crash into the San Diego Bay as it tried to land. The pilots of that aircraft were able to eject and were rescued by a fishing boat. But the latest information that we have for you here on Live Now from Fox is that this is an F-35B jet crash that happened on the Marine Corps Air Station Miramar that caused the pilot to eject from the aircraft. We do know that emergency personnel have since said that that pilot has been recovered after ejecting from the aircraft, but continuing to see the cleanup that is ongoing there in Southern California. We'll keep you updated as we learn more and keep some of these live images on your screen. Once we learn a bit more about the condition of that pilot, we'll also give you that update both here on air and online. In the meantime, though, let's continue on with our top stories and live events that we're monitoring this hour. We are in a new hour here on Live Now from Fox. I want to welcome you in if you're just now joining us. I'm your host, Christina Evans. Let's continue on as we're now going to head out to an event where we're hearing from the Arizona Senator, Mark Kelly. If you know anything about Mark Kelly, he is a veteran. He is currently speaking alongside another Senate candidate at this point, Sherrod Brown, now speaking to veterans. Let's listen into this here on Live Now from Fox.
Point, he realized he made a huge blunder. The president got into this conflict without a strategic goal, without a plan. First of all, when you don't have a goal, how do you fit in no allies? Didn't even tell many of our allies. But when you don't have a goal, and the veterans in here know this, how do you plan the operation? And that's why the Secretary of Defense went out and he talked about this many times, about breaking records. We broke a new record. We bombed or struck 10,000 targets, now 12,000, now 14,000, a new record. They're complaining about munitions. Right? Maybe if you had a strategic goal, maybe you would have realized it's not 14,000 targets we have to hit. Maybe it's 500. We wouldn't find ourselves in this situation burning through tens of billions of dollars. And that's what happens when you put somebody who's unqualified at the head of the Department of Defense.
Amen.
We can fix these problems. We can have a government that has a plan for the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, that's thinking ahead, strategic. Donald Trump, you always hear this thing about one side's playing chess and the other side's playing checkers. He's not even playing checkers. You know those red beer cups? He's like moving two of those around on the table. That's what's happening. But folks, this isn't rocket science. We can fix this. All we have to do is win elections. We've got to win in 2026. We've got to send Sherrod back to the United States Senate. And then we got to send this president and the people around him to the dustbin of history here in 2028. How are we going to do this? You guys with me? We're not only going to vote, we're going to get other people to vote. We're going to knock on more doors, we're going to make more phone calls, we're going to raise more money, so Sherrod has the resources to win. So we have somebody in the United States Senate who will take responsibility for what the government is doing, not blaming it on the citizens, not blaming it on people and saying these problems are because you don't have the work ethic. That is insulting. And it's wrong, and it has to stop, and it's going to stop here after Election Day in November. Thank you very much, everybody.
All right, as you see there, listening into a bit of Mark Kelly addressing veterans there at his campaign event that's happening in Cincinnati, Ohio. It is important to note that he was joined there by U.S. Senate candidate Sherrod Brown, who was campaigning alongside Mark Kelly. They decided to meet with these veterans there in the city to address some of their concerns ahead of the midterm elections. And another important note is that Sherrod Brown, he is a former senator who is now vying for his old job. And it's been just a matter of weeks when he lost his 2024 Senate re-election campaign, when he started calling old friends in order to think about his next move. You can see the screen did freeze there, but that is Sherrod Brown, who is now going to be running once again there in Ohio to win back that Senate seat. Wanted to bring that to you here on Live Now from Fox. Let's slide away for our first 2-minute commercial break of the hour. Stay right here with us.
Oates, editing it to make sure that the interview is to make sure that we have the best product possible. Meanwhile, all the fan channels are dumping uploads on it, so we gotta not do that. And I normally never ask for that. I don't normally withhold any of my IP, but that's the one part where we wanna make sure. So for all of the fan channels, you gotta take those down, man. What the hell are we doing? Your CNN moods actually covered you in DSA, not in bad faith. Holy Toledo.
Sources tonight.
Donnie Left Insurgency. I know we're going to talk about that. Donnie is promoting his documentary that's coming out on Sunday. It's going to be about me, David Hogg, and the left insurgency overall, but it's mostly just going to be an opportunity for Josh Gottheimer's beautiful face to be prominently featured on CNN once again as he complains about me and how radical we are and how bad we are. I'm issuing a fatwa. It's already up on your main channel. Good. Francesco was on Fox News. We got all of that and more. We will be talking about all of that. I'm very excited. There's a lot of excitement in the air. Maybe it's because I'm already here at the heart of where this radical left insurgency is moving, or maybe it's because I've been seeing a lot of these candidates that didn't get the necessary national media attention finally get their flowers a little bit on the main stage, and that's exciting me a little bit, and hopefully you guys as well. You had another CNN segment on Abby Phillips.
Coming up next for us,
Jesus
one of the less.
Christ. Okay, we'll do that as well. But outside of all of that, personal news wise, I basically shot the podcast until like 11. Packed my bag, went to sleep, woke up 2 hours later, got on a flight, passed out on the flight for a little bit, woke up, carried the bags into the hotel, immediately rushed to take a shower, and I'm here. So I don't know if that's chud ass loser status or not. I think it is. But yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got for you guys. The Hill put out a video on you, Hassan Piker, exposed. What the fuck? Radical pro-China communist. Exposed. You got artwork for me to blast off? Okay, well this is not gonna help the radical pro-China ties narrative, you know, but fuck it, we'll use it. Fuck it, we ball. Do we have any other blast off memes before I blast off on Twitter? Let the people know that we're live, and we are alive. I have a little bit of a headache. We have a big lineup today, obviously. We're gonna be going to an IRL event
November 7th.
later as well. Someone is telling me it's a special day today, but I can't for the life of me remember. Do you know? Oh my god, I fucking forgot. I forgot. See, this is I'm frazzled. And only one person reminded me, which is crazy. See, I've dropped the ball. I've dropped the ball, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and MVs. I dropped the motherfucking ball. It's over. The ball dropped. Just kidding. We're bringing it back. This is a very special day because it's a Friday. That's right.
It's Friday then.
And the vibes are going to be immaculate regardless because it's a Friday. And some of you might be asking why. Well, the Friday is the day we celebrate all the time for our forefathers fought long and hard to make sure that we have a 5-day work week.
Will be increased to $6 million, which will need to be paid by 5 p.m. on Monday the 9th. Once payment is received to the Bitcoin address below, she will be released within 12 hours of deposit to a safe drop-off location back in Tucson. If payment is not received by the last deadline on Monday the 9th at 5 p.m., she will be killed. Your mother is aware of this, and her life is in your hands. It is in the best interest of everyone to have this completed as soon as possible. You will not be able to contact me from here.
Thoughtful answers that span for 25 minutes, and then they put like that as the quote. Sarah Longwell from Bulwark condemned your fans while doing a panel with Sex Pestany. Huh, interesting. It is what it is. In any case, let's get it popping, let's get it twisted. What's happening in Morocco? Oh, we'll talk about that too, don't worry. Michigan, big race next Tuesday. Straight close, situation monitored. Stevens lame closing argument. IRL events later. Get in now. We also have a phone bank that we're going to be doing for Donovan McKinney in a little bit. Obviously, I'll be rallying the troops for for everybody. We got a big race there as well as Detroit. But yeah, here it is. This is the blast off. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Absolute crash out from Haley Stevens. We're going to be talking about her tweet. Her closing message is literally the most online shit I've ever fucking seen. So what is really frustrating about the way that these establishment Democrats have been operating, I've realized they're just extremely online. Like, they are running the most extremely online campaign possible. And the expectation usually from these guys, the way that they presented themselves for many, many years, we'll start off with the Haley Stevens closing message. Okay? One of the things that I have realized, one of the things that I have noticed, rather, and find very interesting is the fact that the establishment wing of the Democratic Party used to present themselves as like the reasonable people that understood the working class. People that didn't spend a good deal of time on the internet, people that were, doing the work, a workhorse, if you will, right, for Michigan. And what's been really interesting about this process is that it turns out, when left to their own devices, when they actually have a real left flank insurgency that is taking out seats piece by piece, the only tools that they have in their tool belt is the old school, shallow identity politics, false smears of claiming that your opponent is like anti-black or anti-woman, and claiming electability to an increasingly smaller group of people at the heart of the party. And last but not least, unbelievable levels of enmity towards people that they feel have wronged them online. And it is a remarkably online candidacy for Haley Stevens. You wouldn't expect it because she's like goofy. She's got the Uper accent. She's like really building this up, right? She's hyping herself up as I'm a roll my sleeves kind of gal to do Michigan stuff, right? She's LARPing. When the only thing she has done, and especially with her closing argument, is utterly devoid of policy, and dare I say, trying to foment racial animus, and of course, cynical deployment of anti-Semitism smears against Abdul al-Sayed. So we start here. When Abdul al-Sayed did this interview with Amani, Muslim girl, right? And in this interview, this is one of the choice quotes from the interview, Abdul al-Sayed says, AIPAC, come after me.
When AIPAC watches this, come for me. See what happens. Come for me. Like, I know you keep coming, but like, you picked literally the least capable candidate.
Dollars in Bitcoin to be sent to a separate account. And of course, certain information has since been redacted by the Pima County Sheriff's Office. But again, this was the first note that we saw and read for you out there, saying that we have your mother Nancy. She is safe but scared. She will be held for ransom, and once payment is received, she will be released unharmed. We will be holding her for a maximum of 7 days. You will need to send Bitcoin in the amount of $4 million before 5 p.m. on Thursday the 5th. If the payment is not received, the ransom will be increased to $6 million, which will need to be paid by 5 p.m. on Monday the 9th. Once that payment is received to the Bitcoin address below, she will be released within 12 hours of the deposit to a safe location back in Tucson. If the payment is not received by that deadline on Monday the 9th at 5 p.m., she will be killed. Your mother is aware of this and her life is in your hands. It is in the best interest of everyone to have this completed as soon as possible. You will not need to be able to contact me from here on out. There will be no negotiation. Do not play games. Law enforcement will not be able to help you. They at the bottom added a note to say that she had a white smartwatch on the floor of her bed and the white floodlight in the backyard was destroyed in order to try to prove that this is the person who abducted Nancy Guthrie. We're going to flip to the next one here, which is the second note that was released.
You're ignoring the desperation they might have. No one's desperate speeds. People that are desperate speed all the time. They're late for work. They're trying to get to a hospital. They're trying to meet up with somebody. People that are desperate speed all the time. What are you talking about? There's no law that can, even if there's a death action to it. Okay, so then you understand that we are never talking about a reduction to zero. We are talking about a reduction approaching zero. So you acknowledge that, right? So like, because this is a reality that we all exist in. So you just wasted everybody's time. You've wasted everybody's time making a distinction for no reason. This is just what a massive waste of time. Anyway, let's keep going. We're gonna look at the rest of these. There's plenty more to go through. He's not getting banned. A white Spanish woman in Cuba encourages Moroccans to enter Spain legally. In my opinion, I don't really think this is a, it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, what's she really going to do? Yeah, what's she gonna do? Vote? Yeah. He's probably voting the man. I mean, I'm not willing to like freak out about this too much or get mad about it too much because one of the biggest survival mechanisms that people have is compliance. These people do. It's just the truth. They will regardless. Yeah, but that's tomorrow. Not thinking about that. Not stop them, but at least not waving them in. No, as I said, I don't really know what to say about this. Spanish Moroccan, when the Moroccans arrive. Well, let's see here. I'm gonna look at the other ones too. It is very embarrassing to see it happen now, but I'm not really sure if that's, this person's a bad actor or not. There we go. This is great. Thousands of illegal African migrants overrun Spanish enclave, turn the streets into open toilets and bathe in the fountains. It is, quote, an apocalypse. And this was America, by the way. This was happening in America. See? You see you see the wall, right? You see how you have like this. So basically like so we have like the wall, right? Because if you don't have the wall, imagine how easy they'd be able to go over. So now you have the wall, so they can't go over there. They have to try to walk maybe around the wall or something like that. Feels like it was so long ago. Oh, it'll happen again. This will immediately begin again the moment that a Democrat takes power again, because this is their goal. New clothes and stuff? Yeah, I mean, of course, these people have new clothes, right? Europeans are in total despair. They're not. There are too many Europeans that support it. There are too many Europeans still that support this kind of stuff. And until it becomes more extreme, they're going to continue doing it. A woman in Kuta was absolutely shaking on camera, surrounded by illegal migrants and begging the army to intervene. I'm surrounded, I'm scared. This is an invasion. 70,000 poured in overnight. Nearly the entire population. Try to imagine that. Her somber warning is haunting. It started here. Next could be Melilla, the Canaries, and Tarifa. The Europe southern gate just swung wide open, and ordinary people are wondering where the government is.
Yo estoy rodeada,
I'm
tengo
surrounded.
miedo.
I'm scared.
¿Cómo no voy a tener miedo?
How could I not be scared when I feel like crying?
No se puede.
It's not
No
right.
se puede, de verdad. No se puede, necesitamos ayuda.
Rocío.
Estoy temblando, es que de verdad esto es para
Really, you
vivirlo.
have to experience this for
Esto es
yourself?
para vivirlo como mujer.
As a woman?
Esto es para vivirlo. Esto es una invasión. Han empezado
It's
por
an
Ceuta,
invasion.
pero esto es la frontera a España, la
The
frontera a
border with
Europa.
Europe.
Hoy ha sido Melilla, mañana será Canarias,
To
pasado
make the
será
Canary
Tarifa.
Islands, it could be Tarifa. Honestly, it's just not right. Man,
No podemos llamar a la policía ni a la Guardia Civil
I-
porque no dan abasto. Necesitamos.
I don't feel sorry for him. I don't either. I don't. I mean, like, cause probably voted for it. Tattoo. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I don't have any sympathy at all. Like, it's those are the kinds of people that voted for this stuff, right? They wanted this to happen, and now it's happening. I saw this too. We've got him dual wielding, right? Photo taken about 250 meters from my house. I have two girls, 3 and 7 years old, that I basically had to escort all the way to the port, along with my wife, so that the 3 of them could leave for Malaga. It's not just a city of 80,000 people. 50,000 have entered. No, it's that they're walking around the streets with katanas. That's right, guys. He just got his loadout. He just hit his loadout, bro. Like, there it is. That's a doctor? Yeah, that's it. He's a surgeon, actually. He's about to perform an amputation of a Spaniard's head. Is that a base Elden Ring samurai character? I think it must be. And what is this here? A number the same, share the same ideals. And don't generalize, don't have everyone in the same bag. I don't think we have the same electoral system. I think that there too many people in Spain support this. Ultimately, I think that's the problem. And I think that people in these countries need to understand that your problem is the people that are living there. Those people are allowing this to happen. Bro thinks he's Yosuke, apparently, right? And fucking Dex builds, man. What do you expect? And let me pull up the other one here, and there's some that I've already seen too. I'm gonna look at those too. We need to ban ninja swords. They don't swim kilometers. None have died. This is the route. Stick to death of the lying. Sell out media. When they said they were swimming, yeah, they've got to swim for like 30 minutes. You see the one biking? I mean, yeah, something like that. Oh my. What is this? I don't even know what that's supposed to be. Okay. Yeah, there they are. Throwing them life rafts and everything. Oh my god. Look at that. Even so, I've extended the border fence. It would be past. The fence is more than 2 kilometers long. Guys, it's not about the fence. Like, it's just... Oh my god, make the fence longer. Oh no, what is wrong with these people? It's not about the fence. They're gonna get over the fence. They're gonna break the fence. They're gonna clip the wire. They're gonna get through it. It's not about the fence. It's about the enforcement. Deploy the sharks. Yeah, use your fucking brain. These people never think, man. They don't. Exactly, I was wondering if Zakuda's location on the map, it made no sense. Yeah, I mean, I think that a lot of people probably didn't know about this. And, yeah, there it is. No way a Moroccan bro brought his bike.
El máquina de la semana. En bicicleta por el agua.
Oh my god, look at all the shit in the river. Look at all that. It's just garbage everywhere.
El máquina de la semana.
Yeah, this is part of his
En
triathlon.
bicicleta por el agua.
Holy fuck. Is Iron Moroccan? Yeah, yeah. And let me go back, I'll look at the other ones here. Poor malnourished children and had to swim for 4 hours. There's no way they were swimming. You think an average person can swim for 4 hours? Like, who even thinks that? That's impossible. Like, what do you mean? It's the sea, for fuck's sake. Yeah, here's another one, right? Or just dumping trash on the beaches as they float. Yeah, this is it, guys. Look at this. Turned into India in 1 hour. Look at that. Oh my god. Yeah, there it is. Why does this is the Spanish part of India? Why do people think colonialism is a bad thing? Well, this is an example of reverse colonialism, because they view this type of colonialism as a punishment for the original colonialism. Now, I've said this before. I'm a big fan of colonialism. I think that they are too. They just don't know it. They don't understand how much better it would be for them if we were running their countries. If we were running their countries, they would have wheels. A lot of these places, they've never invented wheels. We would come in and we'd be like, listen, guys, we've got this crazy thing, and we have these machines that have 4 of them on it, okay? So there's a wheel, and it rolls, okay? Imagine this. Not really. I don't know. Like, I think that we should do it to the extent that we can get their resources. Like, I'm a big fan of that. But if we can't get any resources, then there's no reason to do it. Oh, here's another one. And again, keep in mind, some of these might be misappropriated. It's great. That's awesome. Yep. They're not colonies. Please inform yourself before compelling with the Israeli narrative. You think I'm compelling? You mean Kilurgi plan? Like, what is this? Like, what is the what's the reasoning? They're not colonies. Are you like one of these like 80 IQ like conspiracy theory people? You seem like an 80 IQ conspiracy theorist. Is that what's going on here? $139 IQ? Do you think that I think that they're a colony? Ask Rock. You're not even understand. You don't even understand the frame of the conversation. Can Ahmad time this guy out for a week? Just time him out for a week. You're not getting banned. You're getting timed out for an entire week. I don't want to read your messages. You're stupid. Like this, you're not even on the same wavelength here. It's embarrassing. Where do these people come from, man? I asked Rock, it says he's stupid. Yeah, I know. What is this? When you're Spanish, you try to intercute the legal way, but there's a... Oh, God. Buenos días. Buenos días. Okay, okay. Oh man, and it was all over that one time. They come from Africa? Yeah, I mean, they're coming from Middle Eastern countries through Africa, etc. She's migrated? Yes, apparently. And this same problem is happening everywhere. Here we go. The streets of Cuba are piled with trash and waste after the invasion of tens of thousands. So this was one day. This is one day of these people being in the country. One day. Wow. Not good. The diversity makes them stronger. I think it has to. I mean, I don't know why else they would do it. Sure. The cultural enrichment, 10K people invaded. People are saying that it's more than 10K people. What the fuck are they doing though? No money, no nothing? Yeah, I know. Let me scroll down and look at some more of this stuff. Germany's far-left party, Die Linke, demands the country must take in the illegal migrants from Cuba. Germany and the EU have a duty to help with providing aid and taking in asylum seekers, declared Clara, a 40-year-old white woman, probably. Deputy leader of the Left Party parliamentary group, according to AFP news agency. Anyone who believes that further isolation will solve the problem is mistaken. So, and this is what these people believe. It is. It's Karen fatigue. I know. We have Karen fatigue. It's very bad. And let me scroll down and look at some of the other posts about this too, because there's been even more. So, oh, by the way, Sneeko, again, it's crazy how this guy, just every day there's been something new with him. So, Sneeko sees this invasion and he says the rest of Europe is next, Ishnallah, right? I mean, is this a God willing or something like that? And yeah, it means the. Well, I think we should use the English language, right? Version of that. And so the rest of Europe is next. And so look what Elon Musk has done to political discourse. Wow. It's almost like all these people, I've said this before, right? You're playing stupid. You're pretending to not know what's happening. I mean, I don't know, like, it's so obviously dishonest, I don't even know what to say about it. What's funny is their actions will bring in individuals or probably vote them out to take over the party. Maybe, I don't know. How does he even have a platform at this point? Well, I don't know. I mean, like, that's it. Sneeko doesn't know what global jihad is. I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, Sneeko's been into, you know, some odd stuff. I think the global jihad wouldn't necessarily spare him. Let me go. Yeah, I've already seen this one. Yeah, I looked at this one before. It's just, I mean, this is just insane though, man. Things are on fire. It's a total shit show. Look at all that. They're using the military supposedly? Not in the way that they should. It doesn't matter. Do you think the other countries will ask for help with this stuff? There's nothing that you need. There's nothing that you need help. Like, they don't need help. They just need to do it. Like, they don't, like, they can easily make this go away. They can get rid of this problem whenever they want. They're letting this happen. Like, I don't know really what people are saying. Yeah, they're letting this happen. And even Al Shokas is even talking about this, right? That he's another streamer. Best wishes to all the inhabitants of Cuba and Melilla. The government might leave you high and dry, but the vast majority of Spaniards are fucking pissed off and standing with you. There it is. I'm glad to see more people talking about this. This is a good thing. And a Moroccan illegal migrant records himself with a selfie stick as he swims to Cuba and illegally crosses into Spain. I don't know really if this is accurate, but, you know, again, a lot of instances. Wow. That's crazy, it is. Well, the government and the media are selling us that Cuba is returning to normalcy. A Moroccan strolls around with a katana in broad daylight. There it is. We saw this earlier. It's official, the number of African illegals that have invaded Spain in just 24 hours is now 60,000 and still rising. They're absolutely everywhere in Cuba, whose population was 80,000 before. The Spanish prime minister is a traitor. He should be removed from office. Yeah. Look at them all. Jesus. The police are just standing around. Wow. Moving him won't set an example. It could. If you do what... I can't really say what I think you need to do. I'll just say that. But there's a way you could make this stop. Shoot him? No, worse than that. A lot worse. Just endorse, publicly remove him? I don't know. Burning lives in a message? Oh no, a lot worse. Wow. That's crazy. And then these are also, by the way, more cultural enrichment. Invaders are climbing on ladders, smashing out windows, and entering into citizens' homes. Oh, man. There it is, guys. Wow. And they 2x their population overnight. What the fuck, man? He's fixing... Oh, he's an AC repairman. That must be it. Yeah, he's repairing the AC. Forcing their way into residential houses. So this is apparently... People are saying this is a residential house. Can you be armed in Spain? Honest question. I'm assuming that in Cuba you probably can't have a weapon. If I had to guess. Is that a PvP server? It wasn't, but now it is. These are clearly not asylum seekers, right? Well, I don't know. I'm sure some of them are asylum seekers. I mean, what if they were? I mean, I don't think that really matters, does it? Yeah, we saw this one already. And let me see here. And this is also, I thought, interesting. A Moroccan origin influencer residing in Cuba reveals that the Moroccan assailants are not crossing the border primarily out of necessity, but because they consider Cuba to be property of Morocco. Many of them come with the narrative that since Cuba is Moroccan, it belongs to them. Such perspectives reinforce the idea of a covert Green March and dismiss the hypothesis of a simple conventional migratory invasion. I think she's probably right. And I mean, like, look, I'm not trying to side with these guys or anything, right? But like, I mean, it does kind of look like, I mean, you can see why they think it's Morocco, right? I mean, because it's kind of like it's in Morocco. Like, I get it. I get it. But yeah, it's like Alaska. It's weird. It's weird. Sure. 500 years under Spain, by the way. Yeah, I know. I heard that they've had that longer than Constantinople. You know, Turkey's had Constantinople. So like, yeah, I get it, right? I'm not saying I don't get it. I'm just saying that it's, you know, oh, here. A Moroccan migrant tries to break in and abuse a female bus driver in Spain after she refused his sexual advances. Poland belongs to the Germans. I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, that didn't end very well, did it?